But what's up, y'all? We back. You see where we at? Episode 9. I got some thoughts. I don't know if Legend got some thoughts, but we're gonna find out. You got some thoughts?
Um, some thoughts on the other house. I don't like most of them.
I don't like any of them. And I'm a preface it too, because Mariah Lynn, she looked horrible this episode. I got some words for her for real.
I mean,
But
I caught it last episode too, but I think this episode like really kind of exposed her flip flopness. Like I
for
caught a
sure.
little bit last episode from like the confessionals until what she was saying in the scenes. It was a flip, but this episode it really showed the flip floppy.
Sure did. Well, let's get into it because we got to the end of Biggie and Rollie getting into it last week. Rollie is claiming that Biggie had threatened her, I guess, prior to coming on the show. And Roelly's sitting there mimicking her, calling her Mr. Potato Head. Most of the girls are sitting there laughing and giggling, which that kind of irritated me. I'm like, y'all laughing and egging her on, knowing that that's what she wants. And then they was looking whack to me because it's like, regardless if you know why Biggie got an issue with Rollie, I wouldn't be laughing, honestly, because what she said was not funny. Like, those are some weak, lame, tired jokes that she was saying. And Mr. Potato Head, like, mocking the way Biggie talks. Like, what is the point? Like, what are you trying to do?
I mean, everybody mocks the way Biggie talks, so it wasn't nothing original, nothing new. It was
No,
stuff that we already like heard before. So I was
it
just
was
like,
late.
we already heard everybody. Everybody in their confessionals mocks Biggie's voice. Like it wasn't
And
nothing
it's
new. So I was
tired.
like, it's not funny.
It's tired. It's not even funny anymore. Like,
Yeah,
yes, you got a
and some
deep
of them
voice,
not even good
okay?
at it. Like if somebody was actually really good at it, I would kiki, but it wasn't.
It's weak. So, but Rolly ends up running up, or Biggie ends up running up because Rolly keeps trying to press. That's the part that killed me though. Rolly kept trying to press Biggie to run up, and Biggie at that point didn't even care to continue to fight. But you the one that's standing there like this with this weak ass post up that she had, and didn't
I
even
feel like that's
use.
when you know that you kind of lost if you keep wanting to go round after round.
Yeah, and that's
I feel
like,
like
and you
you
the
know
one
you
that
didn't
got.
do your big one.
Right, and you the one that got the issue. You run up. Like I'm done fighting at this point. But if you want to fight, I'm gonna give you the fight. But you the one that wants somebody to fight. You come and run. Like you run up. Rolly knew she didn't. That's how I knew too that Rolly realized that she ain't wanted with Biggie the way she claimed she wanted it. Because Biggie gave her a run for her money, and
Yeah, because she would
she
have
didn't
ran
like the
up.
fact. Yeah, she'd have been a ran up. If Biggie was Mariah Lynn size or Anna Mac size, she'd have been ran up.
Yeah, she would
Biggie
have.
ends up running up. Yeah, Biggie ends up running up. Rolly starts kicking. And this is how I know too, because she starts Rolly, she open swings sometimes. She'll swing with her hand open. But for the most part, she will try and swing. She didn't even lead with swinging this time, which is how you know she knew she had to try a different tactic to get Biggie. So she starts to kick and thinks that that's
Mm-hmm.
going to make Biggie fall back so she can get her licks in. But Biggie ate that kick. And I was like,
She did. I'm not
exactly.
gonna lie. She ate that kid. She like stumbled, but then was back up, ate that shit, and
Right back up.
motherfuckers laughing like ET confessional talking about, oh, you got kid, you got kid. She's just a fucking lapdog. I don't know why she's
She's a
here. Like
loser.
she needs to go. She
She's a
needs to
loser. And
go. I'm
acting like
tired of
that
her
phased
confessionals.
Biggie.
I laugh at none of her confessionals. It looked like
Me
she
either.
I almost said something
Say
about
it.
her lip because it looked like she
Say it.
got a herpes bump.
It probably is. She just look. That's why I was about to get
That's kind
into
of
it.
rude. Dude.
Cause she,
Let's refrain
huh?
from that.
What?
I'm talking to myself.
Not you trying to filter yourself, but yeah. I mean, what you saying is true though. Cause like she for her to talk as much shit as she do, the way she look on this show, and I ain't even gonna. I can't really talk about hair because I don't really know much about hair, but that wig that she had later on didn't look right to me. I don't know. You tell me if that looked right on her head.
It wasn't right. It looked
Okay.
like she did it herself. It didn't look like she got that professionally done or even knew what she was doing because it was just like a straight line. She tried to go for an ombre effect. It didn't ombre nothing. It was ombre no.
But she was acting like
But
Rolly did something, and Rolly didn't do nothing. And like I said, that weak ass post
all she
up,
did was
Biggie
bite
starts.
her.
I was gonna build up to that, but Biggie starts speaking in Spanish, and Sky made me mad doing this. This is the first time Sky pissed me off, telling her that she needs to be respectful for the people that don't understand, and it can make them feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me that she's supposed to hold back her culture because it makes other people feel uncomfortable? That's like if somebody told us to hold back our blackness because it's
Yeah,
making
I
them
didn't
feel
like
uncomfortable.
that.
What are you trying to like? That right there made me
I
go,
didn't like
Sky,
that from
for
Anna
real.
either. But I'm gonna defend Anna
Yeah,
too. But
Automac was getting on my
I'ma still
nerves
hold her
too.
accountable. I ain't like that from
Cause I
Anna
didn't
either.
know,
Yeah,
like,
but that's still
why
the
is she
look.
supposed to do
Don't
that?
get it twisted out. Don't do too much on her.
We
Cause
got to
I'ma
call him
fight
out
you.
though.
Don't do too much
We
on Anna. She
we got to call
okay,
him
but
out
she was
though.
wrong. Look,
She was
look.
wrong.
She was wrong.
She
We held her accountable. She wrong. Now move on.
she better not
Move
keep she
on.
better not keep doing it because if she keep doing it, I'm gonna get
Move
on.
on. Not too much on her.
but but Rollie is still trying to get Biggie to run
Not
up,
too
and Biggie's
much.
like,
She was wrong.
but Rollie's still trying to get Biggie to run up, and Biggie's like, for what at this point? And like I said, Rollie, you the one with the issue. You run up. At this point, you want to fight, you run up, and you charge me up.
You
They
the one with
start,
the issue, so run up.
yeah, and then Mariah Lynn starts translating, and then Biggie's like, I don't need you to try to like, don't translate. If they don't understand what I'm
I
saying,
didn't even
just
know
give them to
Mariah Lynn was
understand.
Puerto Rican too. I'm like, damn, is everybody
Yeah,
Puerto Rican in the
half of
house?
them. Now that we think about it, yeah, because you got
Dominican, Puerto Rican.
Sky,
I'm like, dang, I don't know.
you got Sky, who's half
I didn't
black,
know.
half Puerto Rican. You got Animac, who's Dominican. You got Biggie, who's Dominican. You got Mariah Lynn, who's Puerto Rican, and then you got Natalie, who's half Puerto Rican too. Like, so that's the funny
I
part
didn't
to
know
me.
all that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now that you said that, I didn't realize that until you said it.
We
I
had
didn't know it was that
translators
much
all
content.
around. Everybody was translating. I said, God damn it.
Okay, yeah, Natalie was trying to break it up. So she's trying to act like she don't know what the beef is, and then in walks T. And T walks in, and T is looking good. Like, she's saying hi to everybody because she's coming in saying hi to everybody because they acted like it was such an issue because she didn't want to talk to them the last time. She's like, hi, like, what's up? And then Rollie's sitting there, and then
I
I don't know if
loved
you
it.
noticed it, but if you saw Rollie, Scarface, and Scotty, they was the only two, and Natalie low key, the only two that the only ones that had like a sourpuss look on their face.
Mm-hmm.
The other girls was like excited to see her, telling how good she looked. They the ones that's mad, and you wonder why.
Yeah, even Biggie, mid-fight, mid-argument, Biggie said, hold on, you look good.
Yeah,
Like, mid-argument, mid-fight, Biggie stopping, talking about, oh, you look good, because she did look good. She walked in
she
looking
did.
good. That purple looked good on her skin, and that blonde looked good on her skin. It looks really
She
good
looked
on
real
her.
good. She looked real good.
She looked
But
good.
Rolly's sitting there
She
asking
looked
her if
good.
she's trying to, yeah, if she's trying to start. She asking if she want to start some shit with her, and T's like, "Are you trying to start some shit?" Like, I like the energy that T came in on. It's like for some reason they expect her to like cower to them for some reason, and then when she don't, they get mad about it. But that shit, I don't
Yeah,
understand that.
she
Like,
just
why are
came in
y'all
and
so
said hi
close?
because y'all was mad about her not saying hi. So she said hi, and now you mad at her for saying hi?
Exactly. But
Like, I don't get that.
Rolly starts claiming that she was getting busy with Biggie, and T's like, okay, and what happened? So then they start talking about it again. They start going back and forth. Rolly's telling security to get Biggie some band-aids or whatever because she got hungry and bit herself, knowing that your fat ass decided that she wanted to bite her in the middle of a fight. And that right there, that irritated me. Cause like, what are you doing? Like, you know that's nasty. First of all, not on top, and on top of that, your mouth, the way your mouth looks, who knows what you done got infested in
Yeah.
that mouth, and then you done put it on me, and then you bit me. I would have to hit her for that. That's insane to me. Like, you
Even
did
Natalie
that.
trying to like co-sign that or whatever was just kind of weird to me because remember back in BGC 13, she got bit by a red and she literally had to go to the hospital and get like all this stuff. So like she know that biting is disgusting and nasty, and she has firsthand experience on it. So she told Rolly, "Bitch, you nasty for that because
Nasty
you
as
got
fuck.
firsthand experience, Miss Natalie Nunn. Red,
Right. Exactly.
nasty."
But
Just
Rolly
like
get back
Christina
on
said,
T.
you can't beat me, then you gotta bite me.
Right. But Rolly ends up getting back on T, talking about why you didn't have all this energy the other day, like all this happy, positive energy. And T said, because I was sick. What the fuck you mean? And then it's a whole new day. Maybe I got better and I'm coming in here now. As you see, I'm feeling better. I look better. You should see that. So then Scarface
Yeah.
decides that it was the crack, which is why she was feeling the way she was feeling. And then when T immediately like slapstick was like your mama. Like the way she immediately responded to that's
Yeah,
what took
like
me out.
I don't get what her issue is with T to where that would be your first response to somebody saying I was sick but I'm feeling better today, and you could be like, oh, okay, we can move forward. But like your first response is it's the crack. Like you still want to have an attitude. I feel like the only reason why she got an issue with T was because she heard whatever was going on between Natalie and Scotty or whatever, and they was putting the bug in her ear. And now she got an issue with T because she see that everybody else got an issue with T. So she want to keep egging on this issue so that way she could do her big one. When your real issue was with Tsiki and you still have yet to step to her. On camera, off camera, we ain't seen it yet. You came in your confessionals talking about you got an issue with Tsiki, but you want to fight T. You and everybody's in here. Oh, T can't fight. Oh, T can't fight. You could tell T can't fight, but she not go back down from a fight. That's what I like about her. Like she not go
Exactly.
back down from a fight. And also with her fights, y'all weren't doing that much damage for her to not be a fighter. Y'all are known
Exactly.
fighters. You Rollie and ET are known fighters, known to be good fighters. And for her to be coming up unscathed or just little to none marks or nothing and still looking good, is just kind of insane to me for her to not be a known fighter. She's supposed to be the comedian of the show, not the fighter of the show.
And
In
T
my
was
mind,
saying like, "You mad because I'm rich, I'm pretty, and you basically." And she said, "Your nigga want to fuck her," and it's true. Everything she's saying, they confirmed it last week. Like those were the issues that y'all had with her. Like let's keep it real. But they start trying to like jump up on her like on some like verbal bullying, like the verbal jumping, Rollie and Scarface doing it, tagging her up, trying to tag her up. And T sitting there hanging with him like they can't they can't handle her. T got a mouth on her and T gonna stand on it too. But Rollie then goes back to jumping on Biggie, saying that she had the same backpacks in season 3. And I wish Biggie would have said some slick shit like, well, you got the same body that you done had after you done had surgery and you still look the same. Like, that's what I would have did. That's how I wish Biggie would have just got. I just wish he would have gotten the gutter with it
we
because,
would have just
like,
been going back and forth.
yeah, I'm like Biggie should have just ate her because Biggie could have killed her if she wanted to. Biggie could have wore her out,
She really could have.
but and that's the thing too because it's like you've been on Zeus for probably what 3 years now, 5 shows, 5 6 shows later, you still on food stamps. She could
Mm-hmm.
have talked about that, the body, the whole situation, like your legs, like everything you talk. And then that's the thing too when she kicked, talking about something. Well, I could kick my leg a little bit higher. It's like you need to be making sure that you get them legs fixed because if you kick that leg up a little bit more, it might snap. Like the whole situation with Rollie,
Oh,
you could tell she feeling herself. Like let's keep it real. Like you ain't. Your
not
leg
to
ain't
say
that
it's no
sturdy.
snap.
The way them legs turn out like this. If you kicking this one like this and your leg is like this, and you got all that you got to carry, shoot, you might go tumbling down. Let's keep it. I'm just keeping it real.
You're wrong.
I'm just keeping it real.
Very nasty.
But and then
You're
she was
very
claiming that
nasty.
Rollie was claiming it because Biggie saying how she got endorsements and stuff, and Rollie was sitting there claiming like nobody knows you, nobody knew who you were, nobody knew who you were until Zeus. Like you in the same boat as
That's
Biggie. Like
true.
Biggie might have, and I think Biggie had a social media presence before she even got on Zeus. Because I remember whenever the auditions was happening, before they even saw her at the auditions, people was talking about how like Biggie need to be on the show, and then the auditions coming, and of course she had all that fan gumption. Because I saw it a lot on TikTok. Period. It's like Biggie had she had some type of clout going into it. Like people knew who she was. But while they going back and forth, that's when Scarface punk ass decides to sneakily try and like slide over there. But T caught it. I was watching Tsiki. Tsiki was watching it. Anna was watching it. T T can't fight. I'm gonna say this way: she can't fight. I want her to do more than what she was trying to do because she had the right idea. She swung, but she was turning her head. I'm like, T, you got to keep looking. Scarface, I'll give her credit when she did. Like them uppercuts, she was uppercutting her. She was connecting. It looked weak to me, but she was connecting. But she ain't doing no
Yes.
damage. Like with
Oh,
them uppercuts, you should have been T with them
it was
uppercuts.
like
Like I
oh,
said, T with them uppercuts, she should have been connecting a lot more than what she did. Like she should have been leaking. Like T should have walked away leaking the way them uppercuts was connecting. Like she was connecting her uppercuts. I'll give that to her. But you still whack. You still weak for that. Like that's some punk stuff. Like the way she tried to sneak up on her and try to catch her off guard, I didn't respect that. Like you being this fighter that you
yeah.
claim that you are, you should have told her to square up. Like it is what it is, and you know she would fight. Like she can't fight, but you know she would fight, and that's the thing too. I feel like she knows T can't fight, and you choosing the weak option. And like you said, you came in the house with an issue with Tsiki, and you ain't pressed her yet. This is what episode 9, and you've been on episodes 3 times now, 3 episodes in, and you ain't done nothing to her. Sounds like selective fighting.
I agree with everything that you said because I just feel like it was very weird. It's like why are you fighting T? Y'all already fought once for y'all looking at each other weird. I feel like once we fought once or whatever, and it wasn't no big deal, I'm not about to keep fighting you because I don't even know why I'm fighting you at this point. Like it's just fighting without a
Mm-hmm.
purpose. And I feel like that's what's wrong with like Zeus and Now That's TV. Like they fight a lot. A lot of stuff is off camera stuff that happen, or sometimes they fight for you turning your neck the wrong way and you just fighting. So I that's where I feel like they lack in like storyline and build up. Like some of our favorite BGC seasons, like BGC 7, like there was a lot of storyline to go along with the fights.
Yep.
Like it wasn't just fighting to fight. Like they had built friendships broken. It was hilarious. It was funny. You had storyline, dialogue, and it was interesting to watch. On top of that, they had fights. But I feel like now with like Now That's TV and Zeus, the fights come first. So like they just have these meetings and have these scenes, just like they said in the thing. Like every time we go to these meetings, it's always a fight, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
we don't even know why the fuck we fighting, but we fighting. So like that's why
Right.
I feel like the disconnect is becoming with like the show and the audience. I feel like a lot of people are starting to see that like there's a lack of storyline, lack of build up, lack of dialogue, and even when there is dialogue, it just seems like it's so forced and it's not natural, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just it kind of just turned me off to this whole episode because it was just like, why are you even fighting T? Like, there's no reason. There was no reason. You just wanted
Exactly.
to fight somebody, and that's just weird. But it's
Yeah, she's a
entertaining,
loser.
I guess, to somebody.
Yeah. And it's funny too because T ended up like you can tell T don't care. T started firing her up, calling her brand new. You a bottom feeding ass bitch, and then uh Scarface firing back, talking about you brand new too. Like what are you trying to say? Like there's levels to this. T was known before this show, and when I say known, like by a bigger platform. Rollie and Biggie still going into it and getting into it. Natalie was claiming that T was being weird when she walked in saying hi. I'm like, Natalie, you the weirdo because like Scarface was the one that was weird. T came in there smiling and didn't really have an issue. Granted, she was being sarcastic with the smiling, but she didn't have an issue. The people that had an issue was the sour pussies that was sitting there looking to have an issue and decided to make an issue with her. And Natalie sitting here calling her weird. You the fucking weirdo, Natalie. You're the one that's starting all this shit. And then you backing these weirdos acting like they're not the ones being weird. All right, so Natalie ends up separating them and telling them they're going to two separate events tonight. Get ready, yada yada yada. So she takes her and her pack of idiot bitches with her, and they leave. And everybody that's left in the house, the cool girls, they they pretty much state the same thing. Like every time they are together, that crew is starting mess with this crew because this crew ain't really. They're not on that type of time. They're just trying to have fun, and y'all the ones that's trying to make issues out of thin air. But like I said, Mariah Lynn's a weirdo because she decides to claim that this whack group is her group. So I'm like, okay, stay on that side then. If that's how you feel, then stay on that side. But Scotty's claiming that she likes their group. She's saying that she don't know ET, she don't know Scarface. She don't. Well, I said don't know ET and don't know Scarface. Like they two different people. That's essentially
They
like
are.
that's what it is. Because like they keep referencing her by two different names. So I'm like, okay, but she don't know Mariah either. Mariah Lynn, and like you said earlier with them confessionals, she was. You could tell this episode she was trying super hard to be funny in the confessionals, and they was just not landing for me.
At all. I just
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I felt like Mariah Lynn, it was given two different people as well. Like she was Mariah Lynn in the scenes, the Mariah Lynn in the confessional was not agreeing with each other. It was two different people, and I was like, okay, something must have happened to the season where she's not talking like she's in that moment. She's talking like after the season, and some
Mm-hmm.
shit has changed or something. But like when you're actually during your confessionals, you need to talk like you was in that moment. You need to act like y'all was still friends or whatever. Because now it's giving hints to like something must have happened between you and that group, and also it's making you look like a flip flop to everybody else. Because not everybody thinks from a production standpoint, but I'm thinking from a production standpoint, something must have happened at the end of this season to make you start talking like this in these confessionals. So she looks very flip floppy to me right now, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. So it's very weird those confessionals, and then also it just ET don't need no more confessionals. I skip through them. I'm sorry, I don't listen to them. Every time she pop up on my screen in the confessional, I skip through it. I shoot, shoot, shoot. I don't watch it. I don't. So I can't really make a comment on what she said because I don't watch it. It's not. It didn't give the first time. It's not going to give the last time. I skipped through it.
I feel it because, like, and yeah, what you were saying with Mariah Lynch, she should know how this works because she's been on a reality show before, multiple seasons of that show.
Hmm.
So you should know how them confessions are supposed to go. But yeah, ditto on ET because I don't be wanting to watch her confessions, but I be watching it just to see if she say something stupid so I can point it out. But Rollie is stating that Biggie got her hits in, but it wasn't enough. She going to the club now. She's so excited about what she claims she did, claiming she beat Biggie's ass, and no, she didn't do that. Like I said last week, like she's the type that gets into a fight and thinks she is beating somebody's ass just because she got into a fight. Like you didn't beat her ass.
I don't think she beat her ass at all. I feel like if anything, it was a tie. Like if
Yeah,
we add 3 rounds up together, all 3 rounds, I think it was a tie overall.
yeah, honestly, and yeah, basically that's what I was about to say. But Mariah's sitting there dick eating Rolly in that whole scene talking about something. If you, it's better to be pissed off, or it's better to be pissed on than to piss off Rolly. And I'm like, why are you over here like gargling right now? Like, what is the point? Like, you can tell she is just trying her best to fit in with these girls, and it's like you gonna go with Tsiki and then be acting a completely different way. But T talking about how she don't know them bitches in the house, or them bitches that was fighting, the two girls that was fighting her and having issues with her. Pretty much saying the same stuff. They recapping everything. Natalie's on the bus being fake, still talking about how T was being weird. Rolly saying how she walked in there looking like J Lo. Again, talking about how T looks. And it's just like you're just showing every single episode, every single scene that you are just very insecure, and T is bringing it out of you. Like she's literally bringing out all of your insecurities because you see everything that you want to be in T.
Yeah, I think she's very insecure. She's very insecure about how she looks. So literally T is like her projection. She's projecting all her insecurities onto T because she see T's body and that's what she want to look like. She want to look like J Lo. She want but she knows she can't look like J Lo even with the surgeries. You still look like a gross sister. All 3 of y'all. You, Scotty, and ET, Miss Gross Sisters.
For real, that's the thing because you got
That's
the one that's, and that's the thing. When I call her fat and stuff, it's because the energy she gives is like it's nasty. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you that nasty energy. But being big, you can be beautiful. And that's the thing, though. You can be beautiful and be big. I know a lot of girls that are bigger that are beautiful and they carry themselves that way. Rolly walks around looking sloppy. Like, look at the way she dresses. Look at the way she acts. She looks dirty. It look like she don't. Because you know how some people that are big don't know how to clean themselves well, and it's like they got so much to go around that sometimes they can't get everything. And that's how she looks. She look like she don't put any effort in on trying to get herself looking right. She be looking dirty. And it's like for you to talk as much shit as you do, looking the way you do, like that's a problem. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you acting like you're not 10 times worse than I am with the mouth? You trying to be all tamed and stuff.
you are you are so foul. But it is true. She do look like she stink. I'm not gonna lie. Like Rolly gives off stink. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody else look like they be stinking too, but
Who?
ET look like she stink. I'm not gonna lie.
I was about to say that. That's why they ace boom coons because like
Yes,
they
they look
both look
like
like
they
they
got
just
the same smell. Stank.
for real. I'm telling you. But
And Scotty Gap look like it stink too. I mean,
yeah, with that white tongue, like she look like she got gingivitis. Like they are, and it's funny because
she do
all three of them together is just like dirt. And y'all hating on the girl that look
dirt,
pretty and
dirt, dirt.
clean. Like T be looking clean, even when she don't have makeup on. She looks very, very well put together. Like she looked like she took a bath. Like she bathed. And then Scarface talking about how T came in with an attitude and she wanted to beat that attitude out of her. And I'm like, okay, delusional, because that's not how she came in. She didn't come in with an attitude. Like you wanted her to have an attitude and you decided to unload on her. They're all just delusional. You got anything else you want to add to
Very. No. I'm tired of talking about that bitch ET.
that? But Natalie, I got to talk about this. Natalie's talking about how the other girls is trying to get Biggie on their side. When in the other room, and you saw the scenes when they kept switching back and forth, they just talking about how they want to go out and have fun and have a good time. Y'all the ones that's trying to make a side. Y'all are the ones that are separating everybody to make sides. It's like Natalie. that whole crew is delusional. Like they are literally saying things that they're doing and trying to project it onto the other girls. The other girls are just trying to have fun. Y'all the ones that's trying to have an issue. Well, long story short, they all get ready to go to Tsiki, and this is why Tsiki is my favorite. I can hands down say, like, confidently say, episode 9, Tsiki is my favorite this entire season because the way she went over there to Biggie and was like, "I'm gonna go get you up. We can go blaze up real quick. Do what you got to do. Go find you a room. Let's go out because I can tell your energy is good, and I can just tell you just misunderstood. That's just what it is at the end of the day." And Tsiki just real for that. Like she's probably the only one on the show that I
Yeah,
feel like is 100% real. That's
I
it.
I definitely agree. I definitely like her a lot, but I'm still rocking with Animac. Animac and Tsiki are probably my two favorite people this season. And Camilla and Sky. Although I did look at Animac and Sky a little funny, but like Tsiki
Yeah,
and them are still up there. They all up
yeah,
there.
they still
I
cool.
like I like that crew.
They still cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't
What?
do that. Just because Animac had an off episode, whatever,
I
she
said
just
they
filling
still
out the air. She
cool.
don't know Biggie. She filling it out. She filling it out. Look, leave her alone. Let her fill it out. They go be cool by the end of the season. I
I
bet you.
know
She just
they are. We know that.
Biggie is just sometimes hard to swallow. So Animac just gotta find out, and she go
I
find
guess.
out, and she go like Biggie. See, we gonna be
I
on the
guess.
same page. Just let my sister let her marinate. Let her marinate. Let her
I guess because you
marinate.
remember last year. You
Not too
remember
much on
last
Animac.
season. Last season, I was not the biggest fan of Biggie, so she did grow. She grew on me, so I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
Let her marinate.
Well, let's move on to the next scene. We got the bad skin crew and the broke, jacked up teeth, dirty looking crew. They arrive to their house. They in there pretty much talking about how they excited to live there and da 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 da. The other girls to stay at the other house, yada yada yada. Just talking about stupid shit. They end up reenacting everything that went on with the fights and stuff, overhyping Rollie's fight, overhyping Scarface's fight. What else? Scotty claiming that, and they still talking about how T's acting weird, being delusional. Scotty claiming that she don't know who she is and don't care, and how she gonna be a bully and yada yada. Just a bunch of dumb shit. So if you ain't got nothing else to add to that, we can slide on through it.
Slide because I don't care about them. I don't care about that house.
All right. Next scene, they all getting ready to go out. They ended up. I gotta talk about this. This is why I call them the bad skin crew because they put a close up. You know how the Zeus got to go through and show everybody getting ready. That close up they put up a Scarface and Rollie, the dirty bad skin, raggedy looking clique. Man, it's like bad skin, bad teeth, bad hygiene. You got Scotty and Scarface with the fucked up teeth. Natalie, Rollie too. Rollie like her breath stink. Then you got Bad Skin Crew, which you got with Natalie, Rollie, Scarface. Like it's just you see what happens when you nasty. When you nasty, it seeps out of you. Like that's just what it is.
Seeps out of them pores.
It's gross. But they ended up doing that. They all got on the bus. Natalie's claiming that she hopes the girls can get together and put on a good hosting for the fans. And I'm like, well, you need to stop instigating if that's what you want. You need to be talking to the girls you sit on the bus with. Because the other girls over there, they trying to have fun. And that's exactly what they was doing, like getting in a good vibe, trying to go out there and have fun. And Biggie got sneakers and shorts on because she's like, I'm ready for whatever. I don't know what type of time Rollie gonna be on, but I'm not gonna be caught slipping. And I'm like, I respect you in that because I would have done the same thing. But yeah, so they get to the club, pretty much in the section, doing whatever. T shows up solo, and T was cracking me up in this because she was over there having a good time by herself. And she said, I got paid for my walkthrough and now I'm about to leave. And she left. Because that's what I'd have did. Shit. Because why am I going to sit over here and be fake, be around y'all fake people? People that don't like me.
Yeah. Watching me get tag team. I'll show up for my check. And then once I got my check, oh, all right, I'm gone.
Time to bounce.
I'm gone. On to the next club. I'll come through for my walkthrough there too.
For real. But Bobby Shmurda shows up and he in there performing or whatever. Kat was in there from last season, Bad Girls. Natalie's doing the shout outs and stuff, and it was funny too. I gotta point this out because Scarface, this is your episode to get hit with every type of lick I'm gonna throw. But Scarface, being so known, talking to T all the past couple episodes, talking about how she's the one that everybody wants to see, she got the least reaction from the crowd. Like when they was doing the shout outs, it was crickets out there for Scarface. Like, I'm like, what happened to being so known? But Tsiki, this is the thing that got me too. Natalie calling her Takashi, knowing damn well she know what that girl's name is. We
Yeah.
9 episodes in, which is essentially what 4 or 5 days in Zeus filming time. You know who that girl is. You know what her name is.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else you want to add to that? Because that was a scene that should have been like 2 minutes.
No.
No. Well, we move to see the next scene. They go to the next show, the next appearance at the club, and that was pretty much it. Like, it really was what it was. Mariah Lynn was talking about how Smiley's wearing a skirt after she had a miscarriage, and I'm like, what was the issue with that?
I I guess maybe stuff might fall out. Is
But I'm like, if you had a miscarriage and she got discharged from the hospital,
but like I feel like don't after like still after a couple days like you still have stuff that may come out. Like it's like you
I
basically
don't
went
know.
through. It's like you basically went through like a whole pregnancy, and like after that, like a lot of people usually like to wear like pads, I think, or something to like catch. I don't know.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know. We
That's why I was just like, what's the
somebody
issue?
in the comments will explain it to us and tell us
Let us know, because
because I thought it was like after like even like after a pregnancy or a miscarriage, like after a couple of days you still may bleed after a little bit or something. But I don't know. I'm unsure.
I had no clue. That's why I was like, what's the issue? I'm like, is it supposed to be an issue that she's wearing a skirt? Like, is she supposed to wear pants? Like, what's the issue?
I mean, that was
But
I just kind of used my context clue, and that was the only thing I could think of because like a skirt is open, so like I don't know if that was
I
the issue because
guess.
the skirt was open. Maybe she should have wore some pants or shorts or something. I don't know.
Mm,
But somebody explain it to us in the comments.
please. But a fight ends up breaking out. And that was the end of the episode. Next week we got Anna and Biggie getting into it. We'll see how that pans out. And then we got Smiley and Rolly's whack ass tagging up on not Smiley and Rolly, Mariah and Rolly tagging up on Smiley, calling her fake, saying she was lying. And it's like, do they? I want to know if they find out for sure if she's lying or if they're just believing that she's lying. Which is where I'm like, I
If
can't.
they find out for sure that she lying and they fighting or whatever, I don't know. That's it's kind of weird. Like, why would you lie about that? But also, like,
Yeah,
this is the scene where like her and Mariah go like I think 3 rounds because just from the previews, like this is where like Tsiki yelled, "Go get your chain, bitch."
where was they at? I just realized they weren't even in the episode.
No, because remember last episode they had to. She said she had a show to do, so she was going to the show. Because remember this was the next
Damn,
day.
that's why I'm like, wait, what? And I just
This was the
realized, yeah,
next
that's the
day.
whole night. That's the whole night. Like they started from like, yeah, that's all that tonight was literally one night of filming for them. I just
Yeah,
realized it, and it was wow, wow,
like it was all jam packed one night. So like that's why they there the next day because she don't got a show, so she there.
that's
But I
crazy.
guess this is where they address Smiley about whatever she lying about, and also about Mariah Lynn's chain. When like honestly, before that, Mariah, before y'all got in the house, that should have been already addressed. You should have got your chain back, fault, or if she coming in the house. It would have been BGC all over again. I'm taking your bed and we're throwing it in the pool. We're doing like
For real.
you got my chain. I'm taking something to yours. I'm snatching something to yours. Like you snatch my chain, I'm snatching something to yours. Like I'm. It's going to be up. It's not going to be like let's keep it cordial. We can keep it cordial once I get my chain back.
Exactly, exactly. And it seems to me like Mariah probably got a battery put in her bag because,
She
like, at this
definitely
point,
did.
you let this slide too long. Because if it was that, if that's the issue as to why she fights her, she gonna look like a fool because you waited all this time to fight this girl. Like, I don't understand it. But she better hope she don't get her ass beat because it'd be very funny for you to be trying to press her and
Um,
get beat up.
she kind of looked like she did,
Well, we gonna see.
but
We
she
gonna
also looked
see.
like she got a good round in.
Mariah, I'll
She
give it
looked
to
like
her. Mariah, she
It
got
looked like
heart.
that first round she was sat in the couch and getting dinged up. But that other round she came up from behind and got Smiley. She said, "Bloop."
Yeah,
But I can't wait to see the
we'll
full
see.
rounds.
Me
I
too.
hope
Me too.
Smiley and Rollie fight because
And I hope Smiley beat her ass.
I don't know
I want
about
her to
that, but
beat
I
her
feel like it'll
ass.
be a good fight.
Should be they the same size, so it's a fair
But
fight.
Smiley could barely keep up with Mariah. Like she should be slinging Mariah around.
I don't know yet because the fight
But
that they
like
had
I'm
on the
talking
first episode
the first
wasn't
episode,
like.
like I'm saying from the first episode, she should have been slinging Mariah around like how Anna Mac was swinging Scotty.
But then again, you was looking at it the way I was watching the fight. She didn't look like she even was trying to swing. Like it looked like she was just having fun throwing her around and scratching her up. Like she didn't look like she put any effort into it. So if she put some effort into it, I feel like she would wear her out. It'd be like
Not
some
having
red.
fun.
It'd be like Red and Jada. That's what I see it happening.
No, like that's insane. Like, I'm sorry. You bigger than me and you want to fight me? Oh, I'm gonna have to pick up something. We're not
Yeah,
fighting fair.
all
Like, you're
bets
bigger
are
than
off.
me. I'm sorry, you're bigger than me. We're not fighting fair. Like, you already got an advantage. I need an
We got the same
advantage.
weight
So
class.
I'm gonna have to pick up something. I'm gonna have to do
Exactly.
something. I'm gonna
That's
have
why
to sneak
fighters
you.
fight. That's why fighters fight boxers and MMA fighters. They fight in their weight class.
Weight class,
So
yes. I'm gonna have to Christian Rock you. I'm gonna have to sneak you from the side or something.
shit. Well, we'll see it next week.
Well,
That's it. Thumbs up the video, drop a comment, subscribe, and we will see y'all next week. And we'll be more cohesive.